Hello and welcome back to another Warcraft video. Today I'm going to be showing you the level 100 Hunter talents. These are, well, I think a mixed bag. Some of them are cool, some of them aren't, but let's just get into the video. So, exotic munitions is available for all specs, as is focusing shot. However, versatility, which, I'll go into the details about these in a minute, versatility which affects your pet is only available for Beast Mastery Hunters. The other specs get one called Lone Wolf, which involves not using a pet. Anyway, first, let's just go and use exotic munitions. So what exotic munitions allows you to do is use 3 different ammo types on your weapon. Now, initially, that does sound very cool. The first one is poisoned ammo. This essentially puts a ticking dot for nature damage on your target, which lasts for 16 seconds and keeps on getting refreshed on subsequent strikes of your auto shots. Then incendiary ammo basically will make it so that each auto shot will deal 20% additional weapon damage as fired to any enemy within 8 yards of your first target. Then finally, frozen arrow will slow targets by 50% for 8 seconds and will also deal 40% additional weapon damage as frost. Now, I don't know how that's going to pan out in PvP because it sounds extremely powerful, and honestly, with concussive shot, I don't really see the point, because you can keep nearly 100%, well, you pretty much can keep 100% uptime on concussive shot. Anyway, well, let's show you what these are like. Here's a raiding dummy. I'm in Ironforge at the minute because Stormwind is absolutely bunged with people. The server just went up. So there's your poison ammo. It's doing its thing. Let's swap over. Now, you can actually swap in combat. Here's the incendiary ammo. If my guy could start firing, please. Thank you. And yeah, there's a little tiny explosion effect. I'll just show you the spread here. Now, the damage obviously is not squished on low-level targets. Let's just shift back to this guy. Then finally, we have the frozen ammo, but honestly, we're not going to see much of an effect from that because, well, it's a target dummy. It's already stationary, so yeah, for some reason we're not getting the slow there. That's a little bit strange. It was working against mobs in the open world, though. Anyway, time to show off some of the other talents, so I'll feign death, and we will swap around. Actually, I won't feign death, I don't have it in my bars. Silly. Anyway, time for focusing shot, and actually to show you focusing shot, I'm going to switch over to marksmanship, because I believe that marksmanship and focusing shot go together extremely well. Now, what focusing shot will do is that it will replace your steady shot. And this will do 120% weapon damage, but more importantly, you'll generate 50 focus, which is a lot more than what you get from steady shot. However, you cannot cast it while moving, so if you're in a non-movement heavy fight, then this is a fantastic ability for you. Now, the abilities are a little bit more expensive for MM. You know, aim shot's 50, chimera shot's 35. Initially, chimera shot's 40 because of or 45 because of a Warlords of Draenor perk, but just look at my focus regen there. I'm not playing too well, I'm just trying to show you what the regen is like. So this will take us down quite a bit of focus. Yeah, we're at 30, and look at this, boom. We go up 50, we can instantly use an aim shot. So essentially, between using your aim shot and then your focusing shot, you're going to have a lot of uptime, and I suppose any of the just latent regeneration that you do get can just be put into Chimera and Glaive. I think it's a really interesting talent because it's a choice that actually affects how you play the game, because you can't move with focusing shot. It's also got a really nice spell effect, and I feel that that's something that hunters have actually been sorely missing. Let's just switch over to Lone Wolf then. Now, this isn't going to be too interesting from a viewer standpoint, but as you can see, damage dealt increased by 30%. I've got no idea how competitive this is going to be, but maybe if there's a fight like Siegecraft or Blackfuse, or if you're perhaps doing the tower for Galakras, then maybe even if this was slightly less raw DPS, over having a pet, the increased uptime that you'd gain from this would maybe help you out. So there's that. Now let's finally swap back over to Beast Mastery, so that I can show you versatility. Now versatility, honestly, is, it's, again, like Lone Wolf, not going to change a great deal. You just sort of turn it on and forget about it. But what it does do is gives you a really beefed up pet. Yeah, so this pet will have 70% increased damage, and, well, from combat experience, and also get Spiked Collar, Roar of Sacrifice, Cornered, Boar Speed, Last Stand, Blood of the Rhino, and Great Stamina. Stamina? No, Stamina. Silly me. Anyway, basically, it gives you a really beefed up pet, which is kind of awesome. So yeah, that's essentially a little bit of a look at all the talents. I think they're really cool. And yeah, that's essentially all I have to say about the matter. Now, what do I think of hunters in general in Warlords? Well, I can quickly say that MM is my favorite spec. I love how it's only got a few buttons, but there's actually a decent amount of gameplay with those buttons. In that you need to manage your focus quite well. I haven't really tested all the level 100 Draenor perks enough to get a full feeling for it, but at least leveling up, it feels great. Now, as for Beast Mastery, it's a little bit dull, in a way. Like, killshot doesn't matter really until you get to under 15%, so you just sort of spam kill command and glaive toss on cooldown, then dump all your focus in arcane shot. But because all the costs are a little bit lower, or at least feel a bit lower than what it's like on MM, there's just less decision-making going on there, and I don't think it's as interesting as MM. As for survival, once again, it just doesn't feel like it has enough buttons, from what I've gathered, so yeah. Look, there's going to be a lot of iteration, all these talents could be different. As for the talents, I think exotic munitions is at least sort of interesting in a fight where you would have to switch them. But other than that, it's a set and forget it thing that's rather dull. The same goes for versatility and lone wolf, but I at least like the idea of having the option of going petless, and I think focusing shot is actually the star of the show here, and it's by far the most interesting level 100 talent. Anyway, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. If so, please subscribe to the channel and check out all that stuff. There'll be lots of Warlords of Draenor coverage. In fact, today I've got a early little zone preview for Nagrand and Talador, which you may find rather interesting. Anyway, that's it for the video, and I'll see you next time.